Why, hello everybody, what's up? Thank you for joining me once more as we continue this epic journey through the world of Warcraft. So the zones, we're trying to wrap up, get ourselves about to the halfway point of the original content that is still available, that OG, vanilla, available before Burning Crusade even came out, the quest that survived all of the Quest-mageddons and everything that have rocked the world since its inception. And we're really scouring, and we're taking an entire team of characters in order to do it. Today we're going to take Glevenger because the Alterac Mountains is what we're going to look at today. Stay a while and listen. There are no, if you look at Wowhead, and this is one of the only databases that exist right now, there are no Alterac Mountains. There's tons of Alterac Valley quests. And those Alterac Valley quests are all related to PvP, and there's going to be a time to do all that, but there are no, even some of them are not tagged as PvP, even though they are, and that's a whole other world we're gonna have to get to. Some of my talents have been reset. It's nearly midnight. What is that?
Champion, rumors suggest that Xal'atath's Twilight Blade cult has been recruiting in Alliance cities.
Stop.
Meet me in Stormwind, so we can conduct an investigation.
I don't know who you are.
There, then we must stamp it out at once.
I don't know who you are, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the cult within. I'm abandoning it. Get that off of my quest log. That's part of something that I'm not even engaging with right now. Alright, we got a bunch of stuff? I guess I'm gonna go sell. Oh, I guess we have to reset our talents. The protection ones didn't change, so let's look at the new protection pally talents. Wow, let's see. Okay, so we were, yeah, they've kind of changed. I was not single target. Weekly keys is all that exists right now. I don't know. So we want Hammer of Wrath. Is that one that we already had? Judgment's empowered into a during Avenging Wrath, Judgment is empowered into Hammer of Wrath, and Hammer of Wrath is just something I can throw. I think we did have Hammer of Wrath. And then Cleanse Toxins I already had. So what level are we? We're level 14. That was a cleanse. And then I had, I guess now we have Fist of Justice, which gives me Hammer of Justice cooldown. Fine. So that is a greater cooldown on that. This is all stuff we had. Divine Steed is the movement. That has now been added into our movement arsenal again. Something was removed from this spot right here. Don't remember exactly what it is. I also don't see Hammer of Justice. Consider Aura, Devotion Aura, I guess, is maybe new. Not sure. We have Divine Shield. Maybe Divine Shield is or was new. I'm not sure. What a weird way I have everything set up. So I don't see Hammer of Justice. And maybe do I just automatically go into Avenging Wrath? Because otherwise, why did I just learn that move? I don't know. Okay. So the Consecration Aura is what I get into, and then we have some melee. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I should probably be leading with this. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, but the whole reason we're here actually is the Stormwind quests. We can leave that up in case we do. But, so there are no, as you see, Alterac Mountains quests. Cool. Stormwind is actually why we're here, because there are these quests. Now, we already did the Harlan, needs a resupply, blah, blah, blah. Now, the two Lords of Blackrock, that is something else. that requires us to do some quests. We're not doing it right now. Darkmoon Fair, not worried about that right now, although we will have to one day. Elmore's Task. Where did that come from? And then that leads to Stormpike Delivery. We already did that, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, no, we didn't. Oh, that was... Did I never do that? Was that TBD? No. Oh, so I have this one off to the side. These I actually have to peel off. So the Perenolde Tiara is what we're going to do today. But what is this thing about? Oh, I have it right here. That's Stormwind. Elmore's Task I do have. And then that... did that open up Stormwind? Did I leave? Stormpike Delivery open? Not sure. So let's look at... I guess let's look and see that one, because I can pick that one up if I don't have it yet. So we have Elmore's Task. I really thought I did that one. Okay, that's in the Dwarven District. Let's just go check that out. I need to sell some things while we're here, too. We also have some ore we can play around with, but maybe I'll do that one after. I thought that we did Stormpike's Delivery. Unless they labeled that as something else. No. So Stormpike's Delivery, it looks like it's coming from Grimend Elmore. Over here. Where is that guy? There he is.
Well met.
Yeah, I think we did it. Did I just tag it as something? Well, it's tagged as Stormwind. I might have just forgot to list it. Yeah, I don't see it on there. Okay. I remember doing it, so I just don't know. Unless I never got Elmore's Task, but I'm pretty dang certain I got Elmore's Task, too. So if we look at Elmore's Task, that's done in Goldshire.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Freaking really certain. I'm pretty darn certain we got that out of Goldshire. Alright, but the other thing that we need while we're here is the Perenolde Tiara. The journey has just begun. That one on my spreadsheet. Those two we have Onyxia. Yeah, so we're going to be doing this guy today. Okay, we're going to delete that. We're going to open up our other tab here and open up the Stormwind quest. We're going to come add it on the list. But technically it's... Dang it. Dang it. There we go. Let's try this again. I'm going to add it right here. So we're going to go into the castle. It's in here. One of these dudes has it maybe inside here. Yes.
What can I do for you?
The Perenolde Tiara is an old heirloom of the Perenolde nobles, the ruling family of Alterac before that kingdom fell to ruin. It is said to have been crafted by master jewelers in Ironforge and fitted with the finest of emeralds. When Alterac was destroyed, the tiara was lost, but there are rumors that an ogre mage, Grelborg the Miser, found the tiara and now wanders the ruins of Alterac, searching for more treasures. We would have you acquire the tiara for us.
Have a good one.
I will. While we're running around, I will look at... We'll stop by Goldshire. See? Did I have... I don't see anything about Elmore's anything. So either I never picked that up, or I said I was going to do it later. I don't know what happened. But we're going to get this one. You know what? I need some more ore and everything while I'm here, too. We need ore. We need to get better at oring. Oh. Okay. So you have charges on Crusader Strike now, huh? Like, what am I waiting on? So, this is what they meant when I read recently. They're like, oh, it just feels so bad now. I do not know what Breathband Ore is. I have no inventory space. Crap. I'm throwing out a melon juice. I'm throwing out a ruined pelt. Take up this mysterious satchel.
I can't carry anymore.
So now that immediately sent it to my bank. Great. I haven't played this guy in a little bit of time. But I guess I gotta go. I don't have to go to the bank. I'm gonna go right down to Goldshire. Because they have a mailbox. No, I don't need to go to a bank. I need to go to a mailbox. That's that new event where you just get like a surplus of crap. Just for going. I think he got so much because this is the character I did to get the Moss Agate. So I think I did a lot of running around collecting ore. Now, in Alterac Mountains, actually, no less. So, it's just been a little while. Alright, let's go in here and sell a few things.
Hello.
What can I sell? This belt? And this? You know what? I'm gonna sell some of these things I've been... See, we're back to not knowing what things are there. Oh, I actually need that. Yeah, all this other stuff except maybe the Breathband ore. I need to save.
Have a good one.
Alright, so let's go.
What can I do for you?
See, that's Elmore's. Oh. I was able to learn Runed Copper Bracers.
For the Alliance.
What is this thing? What the heck? This is the definitely non-occultist. That's the thing that keeps popping up. Oh, look, there's a big beast. Okay, so there is a ring. So I did not have one before. Cool, I'll take it. And there's a fish, which I ate and it turned me into a skeleton. Okay. And then this other satchel. That is a 30-slot bag, so thank goodness for that. Now I have more inventory space. And I'm a skeleton. Cool. Alright, I don't see... Elmore's task came from Smith Argus. Should have came in there, and the fact that I don't see it... Let's see if I already did Elmore's task. There you go. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, we already did complete it. So, I just must have never put it on there. I don't know why. So let's, don't know why I never added those two. Alright, now we're off to the Perenolde Tiara. So we need to go way up there. Unspecified error. No, I'm good. I don't know what's going to be faster, to fly up there. I guess so.
Hey there.
Fly up as close as we can get to this area, which would be Chillwind Camp. So we'll let that ride. And we need to go do the Perenolde Tiara. So the other thing we need to do today is, because this is just one quest and then we're going to hearth back and be done. Not a ton for us to do. We can play with some blacksmithing if we want. We do have some ore. Only 21 copper, but we have some. We don't need anything on this account. So we just need to raise our blacksmithing organically. I can make tons of coarse grinding stone. So we'll do all that when we get back. Rough grinding stone, coarse grinding stone. Yep, we'll do all of that. Maybe that'll get us up a little bit. My gold is quite low, so I need to cash in on the gold. That's going to come from this quest first. But the only other zone that would take us up to the halfway point is of early vanilla material is Arathi Highlands. The Arathi Highlands, we can just jump right over to those quests too, because I'm pretty certain they don't have anything useful. The Arathi Highlands are also completely without. So then you ask yourself, well, what do I have for Arathi Highlands that needs to be worried about? Well, the only thing special that happens in Arathi Highlands is the Horde can do their triage quest there. So then, okay, I need to look at first aid. So first aid has 4 quests, triage and beginning with Horde Trauma. So Horde Trauma begins in Orgrimmar, and it requires us to be level 10. Okay, our person that is going to be good at this is fine. And if you look here, you have to have a first aid skill of 225, aka a tailoring skill of 225. Also on Alliance side, the Kush. Okay, so this is speculating that so I don't know. I'm seeing. Gotcha. So there's some speculation that it's available or not available. This person. So for instance, back in 2011, this person in 2017, as of 2024, this person says, as of 11.0, accepting this quest is bugged. So Horde Trauma was never moved over to its new NPC. Gotcha. So maybe or maybe not, it's actually available. 50-50 chance, that says somebody in 2018. So do I have anything newer that actually says this quest is available? Now, we're not going to be able to know unless we try it ourselves. In 2011, we have some people saying, what about triage? Now, triage, that's old. What about a recent? I only want to see recent comments about triage. That's from 2007, 2008. Okay, we're up to 09. We need common. There's 10. I do not see anything. 2014. Somebody did it. Okay. So interesting in 2011. Classic, they had it working off and on. In 2010. So this is still quite a while ago. Requires 225 in classic tailoring as of 2023. So the breadcrumb may or may not exist. We're going to find that out today, but I'm not seeing anybody. See, this one says 50-50 chance. As of 2018. Since it's a first aid, it became obsolete. However, with the removal, they may also be removed. Bonus quest. Only tailors will be able to make them. It was removed for everyone except tailors. So maybe that's what other people are having the problems on. So maybe we have to have a tailoring person. Since bandages have been removed. We're going to find out, y'all. So that's the goal for today. We're going to hop back over to our Horde character. And we're going to work on this quest. So, possibly with Horde trauma and going into triage. Now, the Alliance version, I'm pretty sure you pick it up in Dustwallow, so we have a little bit of time before we get to that one. I hope that we can get this done today. If we are successful when we get this knocked out today, tomorrow is going to be an Uldaman run, because Badlands does not exist also. I don't believe there are any Badlands quests. I already looked this up last episode yesterday. So the only thing we really need is Uldaman, which does have the 2 quests for the Platinum Discs. Can you sneak into those? Probably not. It gives you what's the conversation. Yeah, kind of weird. So kind of hard to say what's going to happen. I hope we can get it done. I mean, that's what it's going to boil down to. Tomorrow, I don't think we're going to be able to, like we did on the other thing, like solo our way into the back of Uldaman, specifically because there's a boss. So I think we're going to do it on whatever. Probably our dwarf that we recently did some stuff on. We'll go ahead and take her back in there. Alright, we're going to go over here now. We want to go there. Okay. And if we see... Yeah, I was going to say, if we see ore on the way, good for us. We'll grab ore. This is Western Plaguelands. Shaggy black bears running around the Plaguelands. Here's more iron. Actually, not more iron. I don't think we really get a lot of iron on this character. Yeah. That's okay. It's all going to be part of the plan, right? Oh, I'm a skeleton. You best be afraid of me, dude holding Perenolde Tiara that I'm about to go after. Oh. The bear was like, what are you doing? Okay, never mind. We're at 135 mining. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Oh, see that? I'm not sure, like, what was happening there? I got all big, so that I think was Avenging Might. And did that change Judgment, but the icon didn't change? I'm not sure. I truly don't know. Oh, what is this? A rare? That's cool. Can I, like, fight it? No, it's high up in the sky. When was that added in? That was added in Miss Pandaria. Elite. Okay. I mean, it is strong. Oh, well, I leveled up from killing Elite probably because it was a rare. I don't know what just happened, but it looked like I was triggered me that I was allowed to... What did I get? Those are cloth. Nothing special. But we gain a new passive effect, Aegis of Light, which just gives me stamina and armor increasing. Okay, if I look at the protection paladin stuff, I have this shining light. Every 3 shields of the righteous make your next word of glory. So every time I use this 3 times, makes my next one free. That's cool. Alright, and I want which one? Blessed Hammer. 4 mana, replaces Crusader's Strike. It throws a hammer that spirals outward and reduces the damage. Okay, cool. So now this is a ranged one also. So actually, this one should be top priority. These are dumb. Okay. Everything is sort of kind of like... I did hear how they basically... like really changed everything now. And then I just got some kind of... yeah, I'm not exactly sure how this spec is working. And I'm getting distracted. I keep seeing all this ore. Alright, let's go do the quest. I could do ore forever. See? Here we are. We're back here. I already have a ton of tin, though. We have so much tin. Yeah, I don't need more tin. I'll take other things that are not tin. But we gained so much tin last time. I'll take copper. I'll take silver. Yeah, see, there's a silver right over there. That one I will take. What's this guy doing way up here? He's like a miner. That's silver, right? Oh, we don't get any points for that one. I mean, we get XP, but no mining points. Most of this is all tin, which actually tin is still set up, yes. To give me points. Alright, so we're gonna go right in here. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, what should the rotation be on this? Like, that is what? Coming back around? I'm hitting... I wasted it. Yeah, definitely trying to kind of figure out what this life cycle should be. Okay. That was mail, which we don't want to wear. Where is this guy? Yeah, I might as well pull a bunch of people because that's my sort of bread and butter. Right? Okay, so now I pull this. Reduce the damage that I can take from them. Uh-huh. Probably should have used a healing potion. I had to use it on myself. Because now I have a free healing next time. Okay. I ended up using a lay on hands on that one. Shouldn't have done it. Says it's like, is it out there? Is he right? Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, did it wear off after a few seconds? Is that what happened? I'm not sure what's going on here, or if it's any good. I'm not sure if I'm doing anything good on my rotation here. But we got the Perenolde Tiara, which is all we really need. And now we can Hearthstone. So good. Now we can turn this in. And sell a couple things, and then that should give us enough money to... We're going to do some smelting. But yeah, the Perenolde Tiara. That's the only one. So the rest of our time today is going to be spent on trying to level up first aid on the Horde, tailoring on the Horde until we're 225. Hello, sir.
How are you?
Salutations, Gleevenger. Do try to avoid stepping on my pant cuffs. This outfit is newly tailored.
Good day to you.
Ah, this is splendid. This will have to be cleaned, of course, but you really outdid yourself, Gleevenger. I will have someone prepare the tiara and place it within our collection post-haste. As I'm sure you will agree, our gratitude is as grand as our collection. Yeah, man, I'm stoked about that. Your gratitude. Thanks. Alright. Cool. So now let's go over to the smelting area. Dwarven District. And smelt away all this ore we collected. See where we can get on some blacksmithing. Oh, what happened right here? I don't know, but I should put that right there. What is going on with my stuff? Something seems weird. Something seems weird to me. Now, I don't know if we're going to need copper or not in order to get us... Well, we're at 100... No, that's mining. That is mining. Whoopsie daisy. I wish they would fix the... Okay, now we're going to have to be taking a pause. So let's look at a guide. I don't need that one anymore. So how about... classic tailoring guide in retail. Let's see what we got. I don't like this. I actually like this other site. This one right here. Nope. See, this is old. I don't want this one. I want... Yeah, wait a minute. We're within. We want tailoring. But we want a level. Yeah, this is stupid. I don't want that. See, that even AI is plucking it out of that, and it will only, oh my gosh, it's only vanilla tailoring in retail. All right, so there you go. So here's a little guide. We are going to basically need... I don't know if we have enough... Yeah. I don't know if we will have enough... I know we're right around here, this heavy wool area. Wool to heavy wool. We're somewhere in this ballpark. 100 and something. So she's going to need to be taking... Yeah, so bandages, they're saying bandages is the way to go. Of course, we'll have some extra little things here and there to supplement us, but it's pretty much easy peasy leveling up now. At some point, we are going to need silk, and for the last few points, we're actually going to need mage weave. Not a ton. And honestly, look, it's really not a lot. 45 silk. So we will need, in total, 85 silk cloth. We're just going to kind of do what we can. So we will look for areas around. What's our timing at right now? How are we doing on time? Yeah, we're great. We have at least an hour that we can spend on this. And I don't know that it's going to take us much more than an hour. With the irrelevance of classic skills, it's really, I guess, for nothing more than like transmogs. But hey, we leveled up our paladin again. He's level 15 now. So that's cool. That opens up a whole new tier of things. He's halfway. I mean, for our people that are very skilled, or not very skilled, for the people that are doing collection professions, for our herbalist, blacksmiths, and engineer, it's going to be pretty easy. I don't even know what all this is. This is like lore. Interesting. I mean, it's only keeping everything by this server, so that's cool too. I don't know if I want to smelt bronze or not yet. I haven't learned smelting iron, so we need to go learn those other smeltings. Because we have some mithril, some true silver. We have some other things we can smelt, which will increase our mining, but it's not going to really help us quite yet. Because our mining is pretty high already. And again, we might need to smelt those 24 bronze. We got to see what the recipes call for. Yeah, cleaning up a little bit. No. No. Okay. So first off, let's talk to this.
What can I do for you?
No,
See you soon.
This girl. Okay, and sell these things. That restores 1 health now. That's so stupid. I might could save some of that stuff. Okay, now these. I mean, I don't have recipes for them. I'm not worried about saving them, actually. It's kind of dumb. Alright, so. First of all, first things first, let's make these grinding stones. It's too easy to worry about it. And then when we make the 85 coarse grinding stones next, that's going to be our next thing. So the next thing, I guess, we're probably going to need wool. I'm guessing. So World of Warcraft farm wool. Okay, so wool cloth. Farming wool. Ba, ba, ba. Best places to farm. Okay, let's switch over to coarse grinding stones now and see. We're at 91. How far can we get? We are in the Eastern Kingdoms. So going down to Red Ridge is a possibility. Going over to Dustwood and fighting the undead. Going into the wetlands and fighting the orcs. Fighting the syndicate or the humans. Is this classic? Oh, I don't want... Wow, classic. Gain 4 points. That's good. Here we go. This is the newer. the Dragon Maw, Whelp Stealers, and Ebon Slave Hunters. Right there, that's the best place to farm wool in wetlands. That's actually not that far away from where our girl's at. Yeah, so this is giving us just some freebie points. We are at 91. We're up to 98. We might get to 100 of blacksmithing before all is said and done, which is great. Also, we're now up to like 9 gold, so plenty of money for whatever recipes of classic training that we're going to need. 9 gold for buying classic recipes. You're like a rich person. We don't really need the rest. And also, this is going to give us whatever kind of stones we need for the upcoming apocalypse. And when we, let's see, when we get to silk, we could go down to Badlands. That's good. Because that's not that crazy far away from wetlands. And then when we have to go to Mage Weave, we do not want to go there. Tanaris, no, that's the wrong continent. Zulfrak. That's a dungeon. We don't want to do this. So, not good. Tanaris is the best one that they recommend for that. So we may or maybe don't need that. All right, so it got me to 100 and then it turned gray. So at least these stones got me that far. For homeboy. Cool. Great. We have 1 extra each of our stones. So, and they don't do anything for us anymore. So let's go ahead. Let's talk to the blacksmithing trainer. Heavy copper broadsword, rough bronze boots, and a silver skeleton key. Good for us.
Welcome.
I'm going to sell the 1 single of each kind of stone that I have now. Okay. And let's go talk to... Where's the mining trainer at? Blacksmithing supplies. Before we get on to the... I think the mining guy's up here. We've got this thing swirling around us. These mysterious tremor shards. I think might... No. Oh, I hate looking for mining. Oh, there's a Stormwind guard right there. Pet trainer. I guess I'll talk to the guard.
King's honor, friend.
I always have a hard time finding this in classic and in retail still too. They don't put it near the blacksmithing trainer, which just makes too much sense. Oh, another blacksmithing trainer right there? Two of them. There you go. There's the building in Stonehand Mining. Teach me iron bar, gold bar, steel bar. And steel, I believe you can get that from... Now we don't have true silver yet, but steel... That is found from... I think you add iron and coal together. All of this we are maybe going to eventually need for greater quests in the World of Warcraft universe once we get to cataclysm-y type stuff, or we're looking for whatever. But this is all really just gravy. We don't have to do this, except that I would like to have it done on 1 character. I mean, really want to max out, like, leveling up, just freaking... get herbalism and war. Alright, so this takes 10. Is there anything with bronze I can make? I can make bronze. So let's open up bronze
How are
instead.
you?
Let's forge our bronze. I'm not gonna have a lot
Be
of.
good.
To be honest, I'm not gonna have a lot of bronze. I'm gonna have 48 pieces of bronze. It's really not that much. So we're probably, in all honesty, cooked. We probably need to go get much more copper in order to escalate us to the next level. And that's just something for another day. I just have to keep that in the back of my mind. Like, oh, I mean, we might have to, for when we get to Blackrock Spire, we might need the might need it at some point. Alright, so what can we do? Alright, those boots are 6 bronze. I can make silver skeleton keys at a clip of, I have up to 24. Kind of like that better. I don't know, there's not a lot we can do, but I feel like I kind of want to build some of those. Even though it's going to use up some of my silver and those might be more useful later. I'd rather build a stack of this. There you go, because I can continue to upgrade my
Great to meet you.
big bronze knife, rough bronze cuirass, rough bronze leggings.
Keep your
It's
feet
going to
on the
allow
ground.
me to just gain a few little things like that. Maybe I can get up to... Oh, yeah, see, the problem is that it's yellow, so... Yeah, it's about 50-50. Okay, now it's green. So now at green, I don't care as much.
Hello.
Bronze mace, pearl-handed dagger, and rough bronze shoulders.
Safe travels.
Hi.
Alright, so I'm going to sell this extra stack, but I will keep 1 stack of keys. Why not? Okay, I do have this recipe. I can learn it now. Iron Forged breastplate. Neato. That was that quest I
The
gained.
finest wares in the land.
Okay, so those are 5 bronze. 7, 6. I think those shoulders might be the best. I don't think anything's better than 5 bronze. So, even this, look, we can only create 9, so we're probably cooked. Okay, so, those are male also, so they're not,
Off with you.
we don't want them.
What can I get for you today? Keep your feet on the ground.
How are you?
Now we can do a bronze axe. That's certainly not going to add to our stuff. Yeah, it's going to be 7. Alright, so we need 1 more point from making these keys. If I can get 1 point, we can at least get up to 120. Come on. There you go. Okay. Good. And now I'll build these shoulders. That's all we got right now. So at least we can be at 120, and then that's about it for this character. That's all we can really do right now. Old Gleavenger. Okay.
Watch your back. Great to meet
Right,
you.
we'll sell them. Making some decent money out of everything. And then what can you teach me, my friend? A bronze short sword, patterned bronze bracers. Cool. So those will cost 5, just like the shoulders will. So the shoulders are still OP. What was the other thing? A bronze short sword? Yeah, it's got too much extra side stuff, so. Alright, that's great. That's all we can do with this guy for now. So we're gonna bop out of his life for the time being. Peace out, Gleavenger. It's been great. And we're gonna switch back over to our lady. And I'm pretty sure since all the changes happened, we've played with her. So we shouldn't have to take Gleamanology very far. She should be able to just hop right in. Unless they changed something in the past week, which they probably did.
Champion.
No.
I've heard unsettling rumors that
You stop.
Zalatath's Twilight's Blade cult is recruiting within Horde City.
You stop. Get out of here. Alright, so what does she need to do? She needs... Her tailoring is at 118. Her materials are non-existent. Remember, she needs, at this point, to be making wool bandages, so I've got to go farm wool. That's 55. So she needs at least like 20 wool. So she needs at least 60-ish wool. Can I make heavy wool bandages yet? I can. That's actually where I'm already at. So that should take you to around 150. So 2 points. So 32 points is what we need. So she needs double that. So she needs 64 wool. And from the thing we read, wool is best found in the wetlands on those dragons, and that's where Homegirl's gonna go. So we're gonna start farming the pants off of our wool. Love it. Undercity Trade Quarter, fine with me. And we're gonna get as close to Y options, nameplates. Can you please turn them off for me, please? I don't like them. Demonology, she's all good. Well, yeah, she barely did anything. So they were like, you don't need to. We're only level 11. I haven't even used that imp move yet.
I am forsaken.
Alright, we need to get as close to wetlands as possible, so I'm going to go to Hammerfall Arathi. I'm going to fly her out there. Then after that, our path is going to be when we need silk. We're going to take her into the Badlands, out front of Uldaman. So from wetlands, Badlands is right there. It's a level 15 zone, so hopefully she is a lot closer. She's only at level 11 right now, although she does have a bunch of rested XP, and she's going to probably get a googly explosion as soon as she starts out. Yeah, so now that we're really... I'd still say I'll give you guys at least around 40 more minutes of time. I give you guys, like, it's a favor. It's a journey that we're doing together. And, yeah, like I said, we're going to hope we can get some Uldaman action. Probably Uldaman's level 15, but I think our hunter girl is level 15. I think we moved her over. I don't even know who I want to have, in all honesty. Because I moved the dwarf over to Deathless, I think. So it's really going to be between the gnome. I probably will do it with the gnome, because they're going to need some cloth soon anyway, rather than doing it with Gleevenger, who we've already just screwed around with. That means our gnome is going to need to level up, which we can kind of get some work done on this by, now that we know, by going into wetlands and farming with him. So the same spot, probably come farm tomorrow if he's not ready for Uldaman. So if our gnome, let's see, does it say levels? I mean, I know he was level 10 to get into Nomer, and that's where we stopped him. What's Uldaman require? We're at that Platinum Disc quest. Yeah, you gotta be level 15 to get the quest. So we gotta be level 15. Yeah, like if I did, is there even a dungeon finder? remember how you look for dungeons. There is a way. Yeah. So if you did see follower dungeons, that's such a bummer. You can only do. I wish follower dungeons were everywhere. Specific dungeons. Yeah, it's showing. No, that's Uldamon, the Legacy of Tyr. Wow. Huh? So what is Dungeon Finder not work for old stuff anymore? What the heck? And it looks like it looked like pre-made. It's at PvP. It says at 50. Yeah, what is going on? Time walking. Okay, so let's see this. Can Warcraft use Dungeon Finder to do old content? Question mark. Speak to Chromie in your faction's capital city and select the timeline's expansion. So what am I not? I really thought I was in the correct timeline. Right, so the problem is that you might not get people wanting to queue the dungeon. So that's what my worry is. But you know what? When we go down there for Silk in a few, maybe I'll try touching the... What? Where's the spinny one? Oh, it's that one? What? Oh. I don't know what's going on. I feel like this... Maybe he doesn't spin in the same way that regular dragons do, and that's what threw me off. Maybe I pressed one. It just looked different. Alright, so we are now going... to look at this area on the road. They're called what? Whelp stealers and slave hunters. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how this works. Yeah, do those little turds follow me around? That did not. Okay, that did not give me cloth. So that's really what we're doing here is looking for cloth. I mean, it's kind of cool. It does decent damage. Bummer. So basically, if I can do this, I should have it out. They do pretty good damage. Yeah, let me put this one. Oh, look how many of these guys I can have. Yeah, that's pretty dang good. The problem here is I'm seeing no... Look at all those imps. Heck yeah. We're getting no... wool. So that's trash. How are these guys supposed to this is supposed to be our thing? We got one. Whoa. I have a free ring slot, so I might as well wear that ring. But really? We got one? Cloth? This is my cloth farming? And I said I need 64 cloth for? Seems trash. Seems pretty trashy to me. And how many did I have to kill for that? Okay, so I got 2 more. Okay. What the heck? Oh, it's a skunk. Like, do I need different ones? Do I have to go out into the world? I mean, that's pretty cool, though. This power, very quickly, this girl's... Like, this is more powerful than whatever else I have going on right now. Like, she can just handle all this non-stop spawning dudes. Now, how is her little friend doing? I don't know. I killed my guy. Uh-oh. They took something away. Who are those guys? Oh, somebody else came to hunt? They did some kind of stunning to me. Dang it. Let's see what happens after this. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe it's a good... Okay. Little something something. Maybe I needed to give it some patience, you know? I'm not sure, because we get these, they're never ending, so maybe that's also part of it. This is a never-ending stack of mobs. So that could be a big reason why this is such a suggestion. What did I say? I ended up, I'm gonna need 64, but we're only at 10. Like, even this, I was really hoping we would get more, but I guess probably about as good as we can hope for. Also, I'm missing something. I don't know what it is, but... Yeah, those little imps are great. That was linen. Maybe the linen gets me something? Okay. Alright, my little guy died. Uh-oh. Bro. I do like this little impy. Come on. Okay. Let's back it off a little bit. Summon our guy back. Maybe if I go up here and I can isolate him a little more, it'll be a little less crazy, but... Have I even been getting XP? I guess I have. Alright, let's try with these guys now. Maybe with this less. Okay, that's a wool. Come up here a little bit. Shows me how many wild imps I have. Now I've got 6. I wonder how many I can have. What does that mean? Why is it all over my screen? What does it mean? Oh, it disappeared. I had it for a second. It's got to be some passive effect that I have. So it is just talking about this, I guess. They're just like, just kill. Do as good as you can. Kill, kill, kill.
I don't have a target.
That's somebody else farming it too. This guy right here. Somebody's pet. So these dragons are fighting the... Bro. Yeah, I need to stay out of their range. That's what I need to do. Dang it. Bro. That's the problem. It's just still not that fast. And I guess what would be faster? I don't know. Great, some milk. And I guess that's the whole, yeah, I don't know. I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but I'm trying to wrap my head around it. What's our life going to be like now? And I guess this is it. I just feel like, really? This is as fast as you can get? And I think it's just because the spawns are infinite. That's the only reason I can see why this is anything worthwhile. Because otherwise, who cares about this? I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty constant stream of mobs. Yeah, it is. It's an infinite stream. But see, all that, then you get one wool cloth? 2 more. Okay, what are we up to? 15. Yikes. What did I say I needed to be at? Ideally, we want to get to around 150 from the 118 that we have now. So it's 32, and it costs 2 per. So 64. This is really the best way to get cloth in the game. Extremely quick. Stormpike Engineers in Hillsbrad Foothills. They're saying that's a good place too if we wanted to go up to Hillsbrad. Right there. I mean, whatever. These guys insta-respawn. I guess they're just saying, like... That being said, the... That's all you can do. Just hopefully find some cloth in this area. Get done from that. Alright guys, this is what we're doing now. We're just farming our life away. I mean, she is getting a little better on... Well, we got a silk. Hey, we will need that too. So that they're getting some kind of combination of silk and... Also, why did this girl not get the cool... Why did she not get the cool, bonus package everybody else got? What's up with that? Why did she... What is she, chopped liver? That's not cool. That's not cool, man. Okay, she leveled up. That's good. So, I just gained a talent point, nothing else. So, fine. Let's see what we get. 94 copper, butt cheeks. Alright, what does she get? So this is Demonology Warlock talents. I'm going to spell that wrong. I'm not even looking at the screen. Okay. She does not want the Burning Rush. Alright, so Demon Skin. 2 points. We're gonna get this. Soul Rate. It's just better. And my armor jumped through the roof. So she's a much tankier type of mob. Hunter. See, 4 XP? What's the story with that? Because they helped each other out. Her rested XP is going to wear off soon. So we just gained a passive. Boring. Okay, what does that mean? Demon Bolt is reduced by 100%. What? I don't even know what Demon Bolt is. So what the heck is Demon Bolt? I don't have a spell called Demon Bolt. Great. Okay. And all we do is farm these guys down. That's our life, that's our life now. Did you get any wool? No, I did not. This is... This feels fake to me. I feel like as great as the drop rate is, because the respawn... I think it's because if you could, like, insta-kill these guys, then that is maybe... would make it better. Alright, I'm gonna try the Hillspread area. Not impressed with this. I feel like... Yeah, he does do the spin. Just not impressed. Maybe it is the best, and maybe I will quickly learn that this was as good as it could get. But we did that whole time for 15 wool. That just doesn't seem very good. I feel like I could get more than that, like, with whatever we were doing before in my life. And I don't know what that was, necessarily. I mean, we did get her a level up, but it was largely on the back of... Oh, housing is a button now? That makes sense. Okay, we're getting some... Alright, so it does say this place is up there. It's called Stormpike Engineers. They're right there. Oh, those are those little guys we were fighting before. They're the little gnomes. We walked by those and we fought them for a little while. Yeah, they said they respawn instantly, so we'll never run out. Uh-huh. Yep, I remember this. Okay, let's see what their rate is. Okay. So far, no good. But here's the... Yeah, and they have this instant spawn rate thing going on from too. Nothing there. Okay. I mean, and maybe that's what this whole thing is. Maybe this is all predicated on you can insta-kill these guys. So if you're max level. Yeah, because look, we've killed 4 or 5 and we haven't even got 1 yet. Man, really? This is our life? Alright, I'm gonna go... We're gonna try it. Yeah, so this is worse. Yeah, worse. Okay, so let's go with wool, cloth, Warcraft. Let's look it up in retail. That's WoW Classic. No, not Classic. Yeah, I want to go to Wellhead. So we're gonna go to Wellcut, but we want retail. Wool cloth. You can purchase it? What? Really? Oh, in the auction house. Okay. Twilight, that's Black Feather Beauties. Nasher. These are regular people. Those are elites. Okay, so the Defius Nightblade. Hostile to the Alliance. Defius. Windshear Stonecutter. Looks to have a 50% drop rate. Where are you? That's what we need. We need someone with a... Yeah, where is he found? Unknown. Probably Windshear Crag. They are no longer there. Crap on a stick. Fallen Root Rogue. 52. Location unknown. Pit of Saron. Weird. Okay. Yeah, see, it has various things. Okay. Yeah, it says the Dragon Maw Whelp Stealers have a 47% drop rate. That is a freaking lie. So maybe it's, I'm not sure. I don't know what the, according to Wowhead, that is the best drop rate, but why are we having such a trash drop rate? Have they nerfed drop rates? Oh man, I keep hitting the wrong button. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe drop rates have been nerfed. Oh my gosh. Because we were absolutely not experiencing a 50% drop rate. In no way, shape, or form was that happening. Yeah, wool cloth 1 to 2, 47% of the time. They are located, according to this thing, starting at the Green Warden's Grove. So, maybe I'm just looking for the wrong kind? Try it again. Maybe if I go after the good ones. Maybe the ones that are actually fighting don't count? Okay, there's one. Or maybe my RNG, I'm having really bad RNG luck. Okay. 2. Yeah, it really looks like it. The game doesn't want me to have good things. 3. No luck so far. 4. Five. So this is the problem, is that this is... Drop rates must have changed or something like that. Because there's absolutely no way this thing has a 6. So we've killed 6 without a single drop rate. Seven. 8. Yeah, this is more than just bad RNG. Like, if you have... The odds of having a 50-50 chance and you not getting it in 8 are very slim. 9. So something has changed. The Dragon Maul Whelp Stealers no longer drop the wool cloth anymore. 10. Okay. So what's next? Since that's trash. The Ebon Slave Hunters. These are these guys. So they allegedly have 46% drop rate. Dang it. Yeah, so it's like 12 dudes. And see, the problem is that the slave hunters they are not the same tier of mob. I just put that to get off there quickly. Yeah, so, I mean, I'll kill 2 or 3. Yeah, there's clearly an issue going on with these guys. Now, they did drop a few, but it's clearly broken. Okay, so the Nightbane Morgan in Duskwood. Dark Iron Smolder Mage. Where do they, since that's wetlands. Oh. Not real. We were just there. And see, that supposedly has a 44% drop rate also. No, no, no. Twilight Convert, where are they at? Up there. Are they regular? Yeah, they're not elite. Okay, let's go for the Twilight, or maybe I'm wrong, and the right over to Montreal. Maybe they don't. Drop it unless you're 30, or maybe you have to be out of Chromie time, or in. I don't know. Okay, so let's see what these guys do. This is supposed to have about a 40% drop rate. So in killing about 4, should find one. 1. Jeez, why is my life like this? That's linen, that's 2. At least it was cloth. That's silk, that's 3. Okay, so these guys are dropping cloth at least. There we go. Okay. So that's more worth it. I'll take an assortment of cloth, whatever it is. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I don't know what's up with those other guys, but we found ourselves a spot. Finally, took us a while to even find the spot. Okay, so we've had 2 so far that drop no cloth, and then we've had 2 silk, the linen, only 1 wool. There we go, 3 wool. That's what we need. Okay, looks like the XP is a little bit worse. Oh, that's probably just that my whatchamacallit wore off. Okay, between the 2 of them, we got one. All right, I love that for us. Okay, so now we're at 19. Remember, I said we need 64. I don't know what a Twilight Bolt is. What are we at? We're at 19. Okay, and then we will use this other stuff too. Yeah, so it's giving us linen, but that's okay, that's okay. We found a spot that gives us some cloth of some sort. That's all that I wanted. It's like some hope that I could feel like I'm making progress, because those were... I can't do a like 1 in 20 drop rate. And who cares about infinite spawns? Okay, even though we've only had 3 drops so far, we've had bunches of other kinds. Linen... bunch of linen. I do not know what this stupid thing is for. A hell... What did it call it? Fellbolt? Dang, lots of linen. Bummer. I guess maybe 6 is my max. There we go. Okay, so we've gotten 5. Is there more down here in the basement? Yeah. Okay. Five wool so far out of the 64. We gained a level so that we're level 12. We can, and by the time we clear this whole place out, we can probably... Like, we can probably be... Okay, what's our time at? Now that we've actually found a spot to farm. Alright, so we'll give it like 15-20 minutes to see where it's at. I wish I had some kind of interrupt. I don't remember, other than fear. I don't feel like warlocks ever really have good on that. Okay. So the only problem, I guess, with this place is you are spending a little time running from mob to mob. Maybe insta-kill people. They value that more than anything. Which I can appreciate that. Great. Up to 22. Alright. We are almost to the weekend. Happy about that. Hope you guys are too. Hope you're ready to enjoy a couple days off. Taking a break from the football playoffs this weekend with some Pro Bowl, whatever the heck that even means anymore. I mean, they've honestly... I don't know what their goal is. I know they're really trying their best to make people care about it. And I don't know the answer to that, because I haven't really, to be honest, I don't care. I haven't thought about it very much. But it used to be a cool way, like the All-Star game, but how do you make the players care and not... Okay, we're up to 25. What do you do to make the players care, you know? What do you do to make it better? Because it's really a lose-lose, right? Like, I understand why the players don't care, because, okay, I go out there, I can risk injury, you do not want that. Imagine and no fan wants that. Imagine you vote your favorite player, and they go play in the Pro Bowl, and then they break their ankle or something, or tear their Achilles, which has happened. And it doesn't matter how much money that you make, like, they could not incentivize, they could not... There we go, we got a rifleman to give us some too. You could not accurately incentivize it, because what price can you put on... You could effectively end your career, and if not, you could really lower your value and accelerate the overall demise. That's a mob. Maybe he will drop some cloth. Like, accelerate the... Oh, he doesn't do anything. Nor give XP. Oh, those are alliance mobs. Alliance quest givers. So I totally get not wanting to play, but I can also remember some really fun Pro Bowls growing up. I have been to Pro Bowls before. I've bought tickets and taken my kids to go see a Pro Bowl. You know, watched it in person. And I'll say, even by the time I did that, I think after I watched my first Pro Bowl, I mean after I took my kids to the last Pro Bowl I took them to, we 100% left early to beat traffic. But for me, the problem of it with that one was, it was like late on a Sunday night, on a work night. Like, so then I had to decide, like, okay, how much am I gonna stay late? Whereas I guess that could happen with a football game too, but if it was in the afternoon, like a regular football game, I wouldn't have had to make that same kind of business decision. So that was part of it. It just seems like I don't hate what they're doing right now, like basically trying to change it into the NBA's version of like the slam dunk competition, where you just have various skills challenges and the players can play flag football, which I think flag football is fun to watch. But, and then, you know, there's a reason why, even though the NFL is the most watched sport in America, the NBA is the most, like, watched sport on, like, YouTube. That's because the NBA lends itself really well to, like, highlight-worthy moments. I love watching both sports, and the NBA is very exciting, but the overall narratives that are constructed in the NFL are more enjoyable for me. The strategy in the game, it's so much more of an in-depth game. There's so much more, whereas the NBA is more individualistic and highlight-worthy. And the narrative, it's just much more, I mean, all sports have this mercenary element for the players, but the NBA is more like soccer in the fact that you see big names and blockbuster trade. I mean, it happens in the NFL too, but it's so much more, it's impactful on a soccer field because, you know, there's, you know, like a dozen guys that matter on each team, and then you have the rotational bench, and there's like 5 or 6 guys on every basketball team that really matter, and the rest are rotational guys that just don't really matter as much, depth pieces. So we're kind of drying up on these guys too. I don't know. Is this like is this like an anti-farming mechanic? Is that what's happening? Like, do you have to move on and not farm? Is that what's going on? Because the XP is fine. Or am I just getting bad RNG? Because I've just killed, look at all these in a row, with no loot. So is that one of the changes? Can you not farm anymore? How am I supposed to get my stuff? Do I have to move from zone to zone? If that's the case, that's a bummer. I'm going to have to move on after every so many. It's going to require advanced farming metrics. Did that happen with us with the dragon guys? I don't know. Yeah, see, look at this. What's going on here? Is this how they're trying to kill bots? By making it impossible to farm? I don't. It seems pretty sus that I just killed that many guys in a row for like 9 copper each. Okay. Now it seems suspicious. I mean, it's also possible that I had a bad RNG run, but I don't think so. I wonder if this is part of the anti-farming mechanics. That's highly suspicious. Okay. Warcraft can't farm mats now. Not classic. World drop farms. After 1 to 2 minutes of consecutive farming, they're removed. For a full minute. And then suddenly mobs stop dropping loot. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Intended and here to stay. Oh, crap. Dang. Okay, so you get 1 minute, and then it's on to the next thing. That sucks. Alright, so where else can we farm? Dragon Maw Grunts. Where do they appear? Down there. That's terrible. Does it reset their loot table forever? What the heck? So how are you supposed to do it? What the freak? Alright, I guess let's kill these guys for a little while. That's crazy. Okay, so that gave a mob. So I wonder if I can bounce between 2 spots. Weird. I mean, it's not weird. But I am having a hard time, like, how am I supposed to do this? And after 1 minute? So you get good loot for a minute, and then it's gone? That seems extreme. Okay, we got some wool out of that guy. Wow, it's gonna be really hard to get wool. Holy crap. So there is no such thing as farming anymore. So we just have to basically move from spot to spot. Find mobs at any particular zone that might drop it. Trust that it's not that hard to... I mean, just seems like the worst possible way to solve the problem. At least from a player's fan base, like, perspective. What do we do? What are we gonna do? Okay, so we have a problem with bots. So how do we get rid of the problem with bots? We essentially make farming impossible. Okay, well, what if I'm a legit person that wants to farm? No. Whereas the better solution would be monitor bots. Have devs monitor bots and see what's going on. How do you tell if someone is how do you monitor a bot? I don't know, but you figure out that problem, I guess, instead. And also, how do I know when it's time? Like, what constitutes a zone? When have I qualified a certain area as being like, oh, it's time to move on? That's why those other guys were also not, like, that's why the anger maul thing wasn't working either. Does it reset, like, forever? Like, how do you make it reset? Because that seems kind of lame, like, if I could never go back there. But that's what it sounded like to me that they were saying. And when I came back to those Dragon Maul things after fighting those... And you know what? Remember, we fought a few of those dwarves. Those mountain ones. And just now when we went back there, it's like... It's kind of like the old Dark Souls. Like, once you get the loot table, it sucks. Okay. I mean, at least it doesn't remove the XP. But it is kind of dumb. I feel like this is a bad way to solve the problem. I mean, again, biased because it's affecting what I need right now. And I honestly... I didn't super notice before. I just felt like drop rates seemed kind of bad before. About certain things. But yeah, I mean, but why do you gotta do it in every spot in the game? Also, you're killing auction house value, you know? Like, people won't... I mean, I guess in some ways you're killing it, in some ways you're inflating it in a different way. Now scarcity is gonna make me... So basically, we just keep going until we notice, oh... Mobs haven't dropped, these mobs haven't dropped anything in a while. Or I just move my way through a zone and I don't kill them more than once. Yeah, see right now, like, these guys are still dropping it, so I'll just keep on moving and killing. Okay. Because we were doing really good at that one spot. That gave me some. Okay, so... It just means that we have to adapt and evolve. There's no real... Farming is not the same thing as it was. So it's move, stick and move. Look at that. Oh, I should be disenchanting some of this stuff. Oh, I don't know how those cloths are. Okay, let's see how they are. My current gloves are a 2, 1, 2. Anyway, they're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 2 armor, 2 armor. 1 intellect, 2 stam, same thing. 1 crit, 2. Yeah, so this one, the quick blade ones are +1 versatility. Cool. What is this? Ivy cloth? That's cloth? Oh, yeah. Mine's like a normal belt, so. Oh, and these... I'll just wear them, I don't care. Alright. Okay, that seems sketch. So as soon as we notice, oh, they don't drop anything anymore. Okay, that one still dropped it. That's all, we just keep sticking and moving. It just, honestly, what it does is it means our whole experience is going to be a little bit, 6 copper. It's like as soon as you get a single digit copper, now you know, time to move on. Now, do I have to fully move on, or like, how far are we talking here? Is it per zone? Can I just move to the next thing like this lady? Well, that was 24 copper. So maybe if you keep on moving, because that's the other thing, like, at what point am I farming, or when am I just, like, exploring the world? 45 copper. We're gonna find out, I guess. Either way, it's time to move on from this zone. That's just dumb. So that's 3 coppers in a row. And that's why you can't farm the frickin' whelps anymore. Oh, man. So how are you supposed to farm... There we go, that one opened it up again. How are you supposed to farm really rare drops? Terrible. Alright, time to get out of here. Okay, what else do we have in the wetlands? That was Dragon Maul Grunt. Do we have anything else? Cursed Marines. The ghosts, right? Okay, up there. We can go fight those guys. Then what's our time at? Oh, we're pretty much... I'll go till we level up, which is very close. We do have... Just to pre-warn, get it in there, we have 48 silk, and we're going to ultimately need, according to this leveling thing, 85, so we are getting some silk. And I could totally be wrong about... what we're going to need here. I leveled up from fighting this thing. I don't know if these guys drop. I don't know if Murlocs drop cloth. But, sorry. Yeah, I was hoping to be done with this today. They do. They did drop some cloth. But, apparently, it's not a thing. Alright, so there's still some areas, and you know what? I do think it is forever, like the person said. Whoa, that's a that's a lion's camp. But I bet you I could camp like on the hill right here. Be okay. Yeah, so does anybody say anything? Not that one. Almost all orbs and ores game always sell well. Yeah, I don't understand all that. Warcraft. Anti-farming. Is it a glitch? This is what we were just talking about. A chatter about a bug. After 1 to 2 minutes of consecutive farming in the same area, there's no way to reset it. Okay, this is the same thing we read before. And quite an astoundingly effective method. Right. I urge you to attempt this yourself. Exactly. I'm trying. It's happening to me, so I can verify it right now. It's bugged at the moment. This is as of July. Nothing to do. And they're saying that's 3 months late back in July, so this has been almost a year. This one says the bug, something may be tied to the leveling event that adds random bags to parts of the game world. That greens and crafting mats stop drafting. Okay, so it's not true for quest items, I'm sure. Absolutely. Exactly. It's 100% true now, too. No, regular. It's not even hyperspawn areas. I'm going to regular areas. So I guess I'll do a ticket on this to see. In the meantime, we're just going to have to drift from place to place. So, support. Get help. In-game issues. No. Technical issue. Report a bug. Okay. There's an in-game system that I didn't pick. Where's that? No, I don't want the shop. Where's report a bug then? Support. Back to support. Submit a bug report. Submit a bug. Okay. We will review your report, but you won't receive a response. Okay. So we'll see. I'm attempting to level classic tailoring. And when killing mobs to gather old wool and silk, I noticed after killing the mobs in an area for a minute or two, they stop dropping anything except a few copper. In one area, I went back and checked a week later, and and the mobs still had no loot. I have tested this in about 5 spots in the wetlands and a spot in Hillsbred. This is happening in all areas, not just hyper spawn points. Okay, so I'm gonna submit it, and maybe they'll read it, maybe they won't. I have no faith whatsoever that this is gonna go anywhere or that it's gonna be read. But it is what it is. So for our journeys tomorrow, as we continue to play, we're at 39 wool. It's not an insurmountable task. We're just gonna keep traveling the world, and we're not gonna look for any hyperspawn spots. We're gonna go from zone to zone, wherever I think is an appropriate zone. Like Hillsbrad would be another good one after this. I don't even know what else we could do. Maybe, yeah, Duskwood. We'll just go to areas like that until we can flesh that out and do the best we can. We don't need a ton to get our leveling up. I mean, honestly, if we wanted to right now, we could make 19 heavy wool and we would be at 137. I don't think that's enough. You need to be at 150 for silk, so we're close. But if I went with wool right here, it's probably going to be a little bit better drop rate until it turns green. And plus we have a little bit of linen. So, like, I could look like, yeah, it looks, I've got some green linen bracers, so we can actually use our linen first by making some bolts of linen, and we can even discard those. All right, so this episode, which I thought was well on target for, all of a sudden turned super long. Thanks, everybody, for watching, listening, and tuning in. We'll continue this journey tomorrow, and then the day after, we'll run Uldaman. But this episode is now in the pipe, 5x5.